Can you tell me a little bit about Mellow Caring for Young People?
So it's a 12-week programme. We've done it 2 hours a week on a Wednesday. It's something that helps families build good relationships with each other.
Mm-hmm. I think it's good for helping. The programme really looks at helping the parents to kind of navigate through that adolescence stage, looking at different parts of their lives, all of their lives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give some strategies to help kind of help understand their young people a bit better as well.
And I think it helps the parents, it gives them the opportunity to reflect on their own time at that age as well. I think it's just, and it gives the parents that time.
Yeah.
Coming to group, to be able to just sit and think about things and
meet other parents that are in a similar position.
Yeah.
And build some kind of sort of peer relationships.
Yeah. Able to, and to know that they're not alone.
Yeah.
And that there's other people that are going through. So I think that's really helpful for parents. And that it's a small group as well.
Yeah.
I think
it's not too overwhelming.
It's not too overwhelming for the parents. So yeah.
Speaking of the parents, I'll hand over to the two of you. What was your experience like taking part in Caring for Young People?
It's been very enjoyable for me, I must say. I've learned quite a lot about myself, and my daughter, that was the reason why I came. So it's just learning every day new strategies, if that's the right word. And friendship. I've made friends that we can relate to while we're here.
For me, at the start, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I felt welcoming and not judgmental. I felt listened to and supported, and it was reassuring to know that other parents were experiencing the same challenges as me, even though it's not ideal for people to be experiencing these difficulties, but knowing that we do relate to each other, it has helped, and we have formed really good friendships, and I've really enjoyed my time.
If you think back to before you started the group, what encouraged you to come along, even if you maybe had some worries or concerns about coming?
It was definitely my sport worker. She encouraged me to come. I didn't want to come at first. Something like this just wasn't, it didn't really...
Yeah. What did you think it was going to be? Why didn't you want to come?
I just thought it was going to be like a classroom. We were going to be taught like it was going to be that kind of course. But I was very surprised when I did come, and it was actually really laid back. We had lots of snacks and teas and coffees and things, and it was just nice to be around other parents who were the same as me.
Did it help that some of the conversations that we had was getting you to think about you being the expert of your life, you being the expert of your young people, and not coming across saying you have to do this or you have to do the next thing, in terms of giving you a range of information you could choose what might fit for you and your family?
Yeah, definitely. And also it helped me reflect on the way I was when I was a teenager, why I acted the way that I did. So it's helped me come down to that level and understand my young people better in the house. And I feel like it wasn't forced upon us. I actually just started to evolve myself. So it's been very transformative for me as a person also.
has that been because you've been able to connect with the time when you were a teenager yourself and
Yeah.
think through some of those experiences and what they were like for you?
Definitely. And it's a reminder as well that we learned a lot about the brain and the teenage brain and stuff, and really realising what the kids are going through, realising why I went through those things, and now I feel like I can relate to them, and I'm a lot more present with them, and I'm slower to anger, and yeah, it's really helped all around.
How about for yourself before you started the group?
Before I started the group, things were hard with my young child, and I was more than happy to take any help that was offered. And like when you've heard of like parenting classes in the past, like that's something that I would never. I'd be like, I'm not doing that. I'm like getting judged that I'm not a good parent and that I need to go to this class. But because of how my daughter was, I was just up for anything, and at the same time I didn't want to say no, because then I'd have looked like, well, she's not interested, she's saying that she wants help. But so anyway, I came, and it's totally different to what I thought. It's so relaxed, and it's good that we all made a connection basically on the first day we got on. And because I knew I met the first time, but that was and was my worker basically, so she would come out to see me even when my daughter had stopped going to the group, so she was still coming and seeing me, so that was really helpful. If I hadn't been doing that, I don't think I would have joined. It was just that
extra support.
And knowing that she thought that that'd be good for me, which it has been, and it's just really, really sad that it's came to an end. And yeah,
Both of you have said you were worried it was just going to be a class and people telling you what to do. What do you think we could do to help parents realise it's not that before you start?
You could let them know that it's not judging, it's not a project or whatever, how you would word it, and it's not to judge you on your parenting. It's a place where all the parents can come together and they can help each other at the same time. Everybody's going through something different, even if their young person could be similar, but that parent could deal with it in a totally different way to the next person. So getting help, tips like that from other parents totally can help. And just being about people that are in the same boat as yourself, then you know you're not alone, and it's not just you're not a bad parent, you're trying your best, and you wouldn't be in the group if you were a bad parent, because you're actually here to do your best by your child.
For me, I was going through a stage in my life where I was very antisocial, didn't want to leave the house. My biggest fear about coming here was having to mingle with other people, and I'm sure that there's other parents that are like that, and I found that I think that they just need to be encouraged that it's not what they're thinking, because I did expect it to be quite rigid and just learning and stuff, but it's not just about fixing the behaviours of the child, it's more like understanding their behaviour. And again, it's very relaxed, and it's done a lot for me and my own social life. I'm being able to go out a lot more and stuff now too, so I think that maybe just trying to explain to them that it's not scary.
Both of you have mentioned a couple of things that you've learned during the group. is there anything that has really stood out to you and you've been using that a lot in your life or using a lot for your young person?
The I stood out to me, not the you, the I, right? So that really, I can remember the day, but I know that just totally stood out, and it made so much sense. And how we word things.
I feel like I learned a lot about how children and young people communicate through their behaviour, especially when they're feeling overwhelmed and anxious.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned about emotional regulation, attachments, and the importance of staying calm and consistent. But I also learned how to be kinder to myself, being kinder to myself, looking after myself more. I know that if I'm happy, the kids are going to be happy. It's a lot of it does depend on how I'm feeling in the household, and that energy, it kind of reflects it all bounces around, doesn't it? So I feel like the whole thing has just been, it's been amazing. It has changed a lot for me. I'm not very good at expressing. But yeah.
And speaking about that relationship with your young person, how do you feel that's changed since you've taken part in the group?
So I've got 2 young people, and with my eldest, he's 12. Our relationship has really strengthened, and it's a lot more calm now. And we've been getting on so well, like a house on fire. Like, it's been amazing, and we're spending a lot more time together, like on our own without the other children as well. Like we are making time, and even if it's just playing little games with each other, he likes to play Snap and things like that, and just really listening to him. Because I find that before I came to this group, I would become irritated quite quickly with the talking, because he can't stop talking. But I've actually found that since coming here, I'm able to slow down and really listen to what he's saying, and it's just helped our relationship so much. Like, yeah.
Sounds like you're a lot more patient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about for yourself?
It's still in a process with my daughter. Even though I have got a good relationship with her, I do have to just, when she kicks off, and I do just have to just take a moment, sit down and just let her do what she's got to do. I have always done that. So we are getting somewhere with other help. So I'm hoping, I think it's always going to kind of be like this, but it's the knowing what's wrong, and then you know how to cope and deal with it in a better way or a different way. But it's trial and error as well, and I've learned that a lot, and I'm still learning that. Like, today could be a good day, I could say the right things, but tomorrow might not be. But I've learned a lot from here on how to communicate and take time out, listen, and I really do. I try to get her to open up all the time, but that can be pushing her too much. So I allow her just to come to me when she's in that frame of mind to talk, and then you can get like wee things in. So it's better than what it was a year and a half ago. We'll just take it day by day as we have been.
Yeah. Sounds like you're more patient as well, maybe in a different way, but just being able to...
I need to be with there's no point in shouting or right, you're grounded, or I'm taking this off you, because none of that works. So I try to do it her way, and letting her think it's her way at times, to then come round to my way. And it is just about just being there, listening and being there, and no reacting to what she's doing at the time. But then when you get the chance to then let her know that it's not, these things aren't acceptable and that, and she can understand that, but it doesn't change. She'll listen, but it can happen again, and it's just totally went in one ear and out the other.
Thinking of other parents now, if other parents were offered a place in caring for young people, what would your advice be to them?
I'd say, really be totally great for your own self, even if it's not helping your young person get to where they need to be. It still helps you as a parent to try and understand how they're thinking and how their brain's working. It's a safe place for you to come and meet other parents that are kind of struggling and going through the same kind of thing, and it's not a judgmental place. It's not that you're doing the wrong thing. It's nothing like that. It is because you're doing the right thing. That's why you're here.
Yeah, I agree. I think that even if you're unsure or nervous about it, really give it a chance, because I find that I've learned a lot through the tools and the understanding of coming here. It's made a real difference in me as a parent, and it has helped with the kids. And like Sharon said, it's a very non-judgmental space. We're very supported. We've made good relationships, and that will hopefully go on beyond the group now. And it's nice. It's a nice break as well. Even getting out of the house, have a cup of tea and some tea cakes and stuff, and yeah, give it a chance.
Back to the practitioners now. What would you say are the benefits for parents and caregivers in caring for young people?
I think a lot of what the kind of parents have said, I think the main benefit for me is it's small group, and it's parents meeting parents that are going through the same or similar situations. So for me, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think having that bit of kind of understanding of themselves and being able to see that bit where it helps them as much as it helps the young people. Do you know, even as she was saying there, that bit of having the patience and kind of being able to giving your family that calm space that wasn't there before and isn't always there before. That's something that I think is that they get from it. It's kind of hit that quite a lot.
And a lot of parents that we work with, you know, they feel it's only them that are going through these really difficult, challenging times, and the group allows them to see they're not alone, and there is other parents out there that are going through similar situations, and I think that I just think that's massive. You know, we can, as professionals, be supporting families, but actually families having that support from their peers that are going through the same thing, for me is highly important.
And I think especially for the group that we've had, it has been, we've covered quite a lot of really serious and difficult topics, but we've also had a lot of laughs, you know, and I think everybody in this group has said they've had good fun. Do you know, it's been a laugh, and I don't think you can underestimate that.
No, we've had a brilliant laugh. Like every time we've been here, we have laughed so much. We've done the important stuff, but we've managed to still make each other laugh and make time for every other person in the group. And are just normal people, down to earth. They're no what I thought they have a laugh with. Yeah, it's not just the parents in the group. they're part of the group. Yeah, I've had a really good time.
Does anyone have anything else that they want to add?
Yeah, I would just like to thank the mums and both practitioners for delivering, for taking the time to take part in this session, because with your honesty, with your reflections, it is highly likely it will encourage other parents, caregivers to take part in the programme, because there's nothing more powerful than hearing directly from parents' own experiences, and you know, on behalf of Mellow Parenting and the parents that it will help to say, you know, this sounds as if it's something that might be interest to me. I just want to thank you all very much, because it's been really enjoyable.
Thanks,
So
you're welcome, Stuart.
No problem at all, Stuart. Had a great time.